Good evening, or morning, or whenever. It's time for another Scriddle. My friends did this one already today, and they said they did it in 2 guesses. And now I have to get it. I have to get it, or I'll be shamed. But oh goodness, oh goodness. As for if you're not familiar, Scriddle is a puzzle where we don't know the rules, and we have to guess them. Basically, we have to infer what the rules might be, and then we'll make some kind of guess, and then we will submit our guess, and it will tell us if we got it correct. And if we didn't get it correct, it'll tell us which rules we broke. It won't tell us what those rules were. It'll just tell us the identity of the rule, and it'll give us some feedback. Possibly, sometimes it's easy to see what the feedback means, sometimes it's not. So what can we? Oh gosh. So first of all, we just try and get an idea of what kind of interactions we can do. So it seems that we can interact with squares that don't have anything in them, but we can interact with squares that have symbols in them. And we can interact with rooms, I guess, is what I should say. It's not the square. Like we toggle the entire room. I think these ones here. When I left click on this, it just marks it with in other Scriddles we've generally established that like light shading or whatever is used as a marker for yourself, but it's not part of the solution that you're submitting. And I can do the same by right clicking on things here. So I'll unmark those again. So we're going S and G. I don't think we've had any letters up until now. What could letters be? What could S and G stand for? Start? Gend? I don't know. And we've got pairs of these symbols. We can. What might we be supposed to produce here? I'm just trying to get a feel for what kinds of constraints we might be able to meet or not meet. So it's interesting that the playing field is entirely partitioned by these white spaces. Like we cannot connect up the like shaded areas from one side to the other because of all of those. Maybe we want to connect up maybe we want to make like some kind of maze and connect start to end in some way. The way that this is laid out makes me feel like I maybe want to avoid having white squares. That's been in a few Scriddles. There's been like a constraint that you cannot have a white square, and sometimes you can't have a black square of 2 by 2 or larger And it does feel like it's possible to make this into like a sort of a labyrinthy shape, which doesn't have any of those. I'm also wondering, maybe we need to keep the white space connected. Maybe we need to keep the S and the G connected, or maybe they must not be connected. Like we can do. Like, we can't keep all the black space connected from what we said before, but we could keep the white space connected. And we can. This is maybe this also like things that we might look for. So like a possible set of rules here that I think would give this as a unique solution, maybe, would be there can't be any white 2x2 squares, any black 2x2 squares. All the white space must be connected, and there can be no white loops. I think that would force you to be into something like this, right? Because like you must shade this one, because otherwise you get a white square there. Similar logic for that one. There's probably other things that you can. You must shade that one, because of this here. There's other pieces that like you have some more flexibility in, but like, yeah, like that would partition off some of the white space. But then if it were that those couldn't be the set of rules, because what are the circle and the triangle for? What are the S and the G for? I don't know. Maybe there has to be a path from a circle to from each circle to each triangle without crossing or something. That's getting pretty convoluted. Maybe they're okay. Circle and triangle don't start with S or G. I was like, maybe there's a relationship between the letters and the symbols. I don't think I have a better first guess than this. Hopefully this will give us something to go on, and I'm just so aware that my friend's got it in 2, and it's like you can't waste anything with this. You need to do. But okay, let's try this and see what it tells us. Easy game. What do we think the rules were? What were the triangles and the circles for? What were the S and the G for? I don't know. Whoa. I mean, like, I gave a set of rules there that I think could explain this, but it can't be the actual set of rules. Okay, I'm not gonna be able to guess it. I'm not gonna guess it. Let's just find out. What were the rules? You're given a grid divided into tiles. Shade some tiles on the board to form a maze. Okay, we kind of did that, but because like our rules were we're trying to make a maze, because our rules were trying to avoid the 2x2 areas and trying to keep it singly connected, keep it connected without making loops. So is that what the rules say? Is our tiles either completely shaded or unshaded? That's enforced for us. We can't break that rule. Tiles containing a clue cannot be shaded. That's also enforced for us. We can't break that rule, even if we wanted to. There cannot be a 2x2 square of all shaded or unshaded cells. We guessed that one. All unshaded cells form an orthogonally contiguous area. We guessed that rule. Okay. Unshaded cells cannot form loops. We guessed that rule. Okay. There's exactly one pass between S and G that doesn't require backtracking. Circles must be part of this path while triangles must not. Did not guess that rule. Did not. I don't think we could have guessed that rule. How would we know circles? How would we know triangles? Why S and G as well? Like start maybe. Goal. It's goal. That's what it's for. Oh, okay. Wow, there were a lot of rules to make that happen. A lot of rules that we never saw. A tile includes both shaded and unshaded cell. We could. Oh, that rule was enforced for us. We could not. It was impossible to break that rule. An object to that was also impossible. The red and orange rules were never going to show up. I think if you're wondering like why does it have rules that cannot actually be shown, it's because the definitions of the games are created by another project. They're not like Scriddle hasn't come up with these. The formalization of the rules for these puzzles is part of a library that this uses. So that if you were thinking that doesn't make any sense, that's kind of what's going on there. The yellow rule. That should just right. We could have in theory encountered this rule, and we did not. We imagined those ones that were there. Loop of unshaded cells. Imagine those. Interesting that. So I guess in some instances this puzzle probably the triangle and circle rules matter more. But I guess it doesn't. Maybe there was a solution for that didn't maybe there was a way to break this rule while passing all the others. I guess I could go back and have a look at some point. I'm pretty happy with that. Let's see, what was our time? Our time was 8 minutes. I spent quite a lot of 8 minutes talking, to be fair. Yeah. I could tell my friends that I've been there too. Okay, all right. I'm not sure where my girlfriend is gone, but she's probably wishing I would hurry up and finish. Thank you for watching.